This video is on how to get free shipping supplies. I just picked up all these boxes for free. My car is completely full and it's awesome. Hi everyone, I'm Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you're new here, I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark Canada as well as eBay. So the topic for today's video is going to be how to get free and cheap shipping supplies. I just want to take a second to show off my awesome t-shirt, thrifted obviously. It says, "Women will save the planet," in like little flowers. It's so cute. And I love this shirt and I love the message that it has because I know that Poshmark is a female-dominated platform, although there are quite a few males. Love to see them there. That's awesome. I love that guys are in this industry as well. I just love the message of it, and it's absolutely true. Like, if we together as one just like take time and notice what's going on in the world, and yeah, it'll make a difference. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to get free shipping supplies because I get them all the time. I have many different methods and sources for getting them. I actually wrote out a huge list on my phone so I make sure that I don't miss any. Alright, so first one I'm going to be talking about is probably my favorite one ever. When I first started reselling, I was between home and my boyfriend's mom's place, and so my mom's actually a librarian, so she works right across the road at a library, so I would email her my labels and then she would print them, then I'd give her some change for them. And then at my boyfriend's mom's place, she just has like a standard printer, so that's how I print my labels. Then when we moved into our house and I stepped up my reselling game, I was like, you know what, I really want a label printer. So I kind of thought about a few different ones. There was like the Dymo, there was the Rollo, like really expensive. I think the Rollo's like 400 bucks sometimes. Woo, that's a lot. So I managed to find this label range printer on Amazon for, I think it was like 180, close to 200. So I bought it and I was like, what am I going to do for labels? So I did some research and lo and behold, I found I can get these for free from the Canada Post website. So I have a small business account, so that gives me access to a whole bunch of free shipping supplies, and this hands down is my favorite. So these rolls each have 900 labels on them, and I've had my label printer since February, and the roll that I'm using right now, I am about 3/4 done. So it's like, it'll last you a long time. And that's one of the reasons I didn't get a Dymo, is because you can only use Dymo refills for them. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if you can use like any generic brand of labels, but they're like the small labels. Oh, I should probably set these down. But they're like the small label rolls, like about this big, and I looked up the price of them, and they're like $30 for a roll of 220. So I did some math and I'm like, so people will be paying $120 to get 880, which is like close to 900, when I get like all this for free. So that's why I went with this label printer and like love it. Probably my favorite free shipping supply that I can get. Now, speaking of Canada Post and free supplies, this is another one that's great. So again, before I had my label printer, before I knew about these even, I used to just like tape all my labels on, and oh my gosh, it took so long. I would like be very precise and like make sure I got just enough tape to tape the label down, and then like try to make sure the tape wasn't all like, you know, crumpled up when sometimes you put tape on wrong. So then Jesse and I were staying at a hotel, and I brought a bunch of my Posh packages with me. So I was doing them, and then I went up to the front desk to get them to print stuff, and the guy at the front desk actually had some of these, so he gave me some, and I was like, these are like a game changer. So basically what they are is you put, here I actually have a spare label to show. I'm a mess. So what you do is you take your paper label, you slide it in the pouch, and then you peel off the white backing, and it's like a really heavy duty sticker, and you just put it on your package like so. So funny story about these, the first time I ordered them, because like you can go into the post office and like ask your postal staff to get them for you, but I just thought it was easier to order them. So I actually told this story in one of my other videos, but so on the Canada Post website it said quantity 1, so I was like, okay, like I thought quantity 1 meant 1 pouch, right? No, quantity 1 meant 20 pouches. So here I am thinking I'm going to be efficient, so I ordered 200 thinking it was going to send me 200. Quantity 1 meant 20. So I ended up with 4,000. So I got, I don't even have a box, that's the size, but I got 2 boxes, probably about this big, full of these, and they were heavy. And then, me being a genius, they had a limit, that's the most you could order per day. So I was like, well, 200 isn't going to last me very long. So I went on the following day, and I ordered quantity 1, 200 again. So next week, 2 more boxes show up. So I'm stuck with 8,000 of these. Like, is that crazy? It's crazy. It was a lot. So what I've been doing is I've been giving them out to my Poshmark friends, and then if someone buys from me and I see that they're also a seller, I just like stick a stack in there. And like I've had people who have like really appreciated that. And another thing that I've recently discovered with these is, so sometimes, like, you know, like if you're like shipping a box and the flaps don't close like all the way, if your box is so full and say there's like a gap in it like that, and like normal tape just won't be strong enough to keep it closed. So what I do is I take my scissors and I cut this into about 3 strips is usually what I get from one piece. And this is one that I already cut up before. So it kind of looks like this, thinner. And then I rip the plastic part off the top because like you don't need that. And so then I would, sometimes it's hard to peel it. So then I'd peel off the white backing, and it works just like tape. I'm not going to peel the whole thing because I'm going to use this piece. And it's like super adhesive. It's a lot stronger than regular tape. And like this has been so amazing. Like I love this hack because I use it on like paper mailers when they don't like really stick properly. So this is going to be one of 2 videos. So I have 2 videos that I'm filming. I'm going to be wearing the same outfit just so you know that they're related. And so this one is about the free and cheap shipping supplies, but I'm also going to be putting one out that talks about how to be more sustainable and more eco-friendly when you're doing your shipping. And in that video, I'm going to be showing some examples of me packaging stuff. Alright, so I've gone through those. So next, kind of along the lines of labels. So, well, these are just free stickers that I got from Poshmark, from a swag box. So back when I first started, I did order a roll of these thank you stickers from Wish. They've actually lasted me quite a while. I think there was like a roll of like a couple hundred, and I still have like quite a bit on there. So I was thinking, like I see a lot of people on Instagram, they get like these really cute photos for their business, like it has their logo, maybe like a picture of them. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, that'd be like really cute, but I don't really want to spend money on stickers that are just like gonna get thrown out. But I didn't want to like spend extra money on stickers because I like to save as much as I can in my business. So what I did, I went on Photoshop. I took my little drawing, my little doodle, the one of me holding the packages, the little cartoon drawing. And what I did was I created stickers using my label printer. So this is how they turned out. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. If not, I'll just throw a picture in. So I have different sayings. So this one says stay posh. There's one that says you have great taste. And then as well as those ones, I put those on like the more expensive packages. I also have these ones that just says thank you with the Poshmark symbol and then my username. So I really like how those turned out, and they're free, so that's like a definite win-win. Alright. And speaking of making my own supplies, another thing that I absolutely love, and I've done this like since the start, like since day one. I think my very first thank you card was actually on like, you know, those little cute cards that you use in high school, like the flashcards, because I didn't have anything. Because like I was living at my mom's place there and I was like, what am I going to write thank you card on? So I used some of my brother's school cards. So I make my own thank you cards. And they are so cute. And they're like really professional looking too. So here's a good example. So I cut up cardboard boxes. I cut up Kleenex boxes. Anything that gets ordered in the mail. Any boxes that I can't reuse. Like look at this one. This one's gold. It's cute. Pop boxes. This one was from a box of ginger ale. And so I have stamps. So this one says thank you. And then it has my Thrift Goddess stamp. I absolutely love it. And then my newest stamp that I'm obsessed with. It has my little YouTube and Instagram icon and it shows my names there. I don't know if this actually works for like helping the camera focus. There. So then they have my social media back there if they want to check my accounts out. And I love it. Like, I've never gotten complaints. I've had people say that they loved my cute little notes. And they're free. Because I never really wanted to get business cards, but I wanted to have my information on them. Like, not knocking anyone who has business cards. Like, you do your business how you do it. But I just like this because it's, like, creating something that's already, like, produced and is not creating extra waste. So that stuff's all free. And another way you can acquire thank you card stuff is by thrifting it. So I actually found this at the bins. It's a big stack of construction paper, so that'll be handy for more thank you cards. I have this container here. I found a bunch of scrapbook paper, so I just cut them all into little strips. And they're really cute and different colored. I really like those too. And this was actually found by my good friend Alex. She found me this set of thank you cards. They're little white ones and they say wish on them in gold. Just really cute. They kind of go with my font. As Canadians, we don't receive the luxury of getting the free USPS priority mail boxes as they do in the States. I see them all over social media, everyone posting their package stacks with these boxes, and like, they cost like $17 in Canada. I'm like, what? Like, why can't we get these for free? So we have to get a little bit creative and find our own ways to get shipping boxes. Next, I'm going to talk about boxes and mailers. So at the start of the video, you saw that my car was absolutely full of boxes, and that was a great day. So what I did was, I'm like, okay, it's Christmas time, like a lot of people are doing online orders, so I posted it in my local Facebook group. So I was like, if anyone has any like Amazon boxes or used mailers, like I don't care if they're cut, like I just retape them. And I was like, if anyone has that kind of stuff, like I'd love to come pick it up for my online reselling business. So I got a whole bunch of people who messaged me. So I went into town, like 15 minutes away from my place, and there were so many boxes, like I filled my car. I think there was even like 2 stops on the way home that I couldn't make because I could not fit anything in my car. It was crazy. And so, yeah, like look at this, like Walmart, cute. Like I get all different sizes for all different kinds of things. And then people also give me bubble wrap, which is also another great shipping material, as well as like those little air bubbles that come in Amazon packages. I always like those too. And mailers. I love getting mailers. So, this person like crossed their name out, which is like great. Like keep your info private. But like what I sometimes do is if I can, I try to peel the labels off, or I put the label right on top. But in this case, it's a good example. It has 2. So, and one of them's gonna be like shown still, and I don't want to like, even though the information's crossed out, it's just like a lot. I don't want to confuse anyone. So what I do is simply turn the mailer inside out, and look at that. It's brand new. It's good to be used. I love that hack. I use like pretty much any type of mailer that I can. Like I order from Wish a lot, so I use all those mailers. So that's one way to get boxes. Another way to get boxes is going to grocery stores and Dollarama. That's like one place that always has a lot, and they have really small boxes which work really great for small things. As well as probably one of my favorite ways to get boxes is I go out on recycling night and I just drive around town and I just like fill my car with people's boxes. And I like this because a lot of them are already broken down, so I don't have to worry about storing them, because if they're already like full boxes, I really don't like breaking them down myself, because I'm like, like that's like a strip of tape that could have been saved. Because when you break it down, you're just getting rid of that tape. So I like to save on that. I'll show what my box area looks like here. Here's my boxes. Literally piled to the ceiling. And so these are all boxes that I've gotten for free. And I remember the one time I was out driving around getting boxes. So I drive around at night without my lights on because I don't want to like bother anyone. So this one guy, he was also like driving, and he like rolls down his window and he was like, hey, you know your lights aren't on? And I was like, yeah, I'm just like grabbing cardboard boxes. I don't want to bother anyone. And he was like, oh, what are the boxes for? Just like curious. And so I told him, I was like, oh yeah, like I just sell stuff online and I ship it and I need boxes. And he was like, woo, you go girl, and then drove off. It was so funny. He was like an older man. He made my night. So yeah, I also ask my friends and family to save boxes and mailers for me, so I always have an influx of them coming in from them. Yeah, thrifting is a great way to get supplies too if you can get them cheap enough. I know Value Village always has that wall of bags. I found stamps from there, I found thank you cards, all kinds of stuff. And like probably one of my favorite things to find at the thrift store is I love using like little ribbons and twine and this kind of stuff. And I usually use this to tie the thank you card onto the item. And I have my hole puncher. I had to get a new hole puncher because the one I had broke, and this one's a leather hole puncher. It's like heavy duty, so it's good. Yep, so I thrifted all this ribbon for like really cheap. I got a big bag of it for like $2. That was great. And so going back to labels for a second. So there have been some times where either my label printer prints off a duplicate label, or I can't find the item and I have to cancel, but I've already printed the label, or someone cancels, etc., like lots of reasons. So a lot of the time I end up with extra labels. So I have this little caddy here, and it's got a whole bunch of little label pieces. So what I do is basically I just cut the labels up into strips, and then I use these strips to tape my thank you cards to the package. I use them to seal up the plastic bag that something's in. All kinds of stuff actually. I use them as tape. So those come in handy, not gonna waste those. So whenever I'm shipping something in a cardboard or paper mailer, I like to protect it, so I try to reuse any like plastic from food bags and like online orders and stuff like that, just to give it that extra layer of protection when being shipped. And I think the last thing that I'm going to talk about is newspaper and newspaper bags. So same thing, I reuse these newspaper bags for protecting items when they're shipping, and newspaper is great. Like, I know a lot of people just get it, don't even read it, and just throw it out, but what I do with it, I stuff it in shoes and boots to keep the shape when it's shipping and in storage. I use it as filler in my boxes. I use it as wrapping paper, like for Christmas, and also for shipping. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of right now. But yeah, there's lots of free options, and so I really think that people should try to look into those options before going out and buying all new stuff, because there's like stuff all around you, probably in your house, that you don't even think of that you can use as shipping supplies. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you found something in this video that would be of use to you. Let me know in the comments if you have any other way to get free shipping supplies that I didn't cover today, and let me know if you use any of my methods, and let me know how it works for you. I would really love it if you would consider giving me a thumbs up on this video and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!